Check that out. Engine bay glory. Not quite perfection, but we're getting closer all the time.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back, checking out the build, seeing what we're working on here. I'm kind of in between a bit of a project right now. If you've been following my Instagram, you've been seeing that I've been doing a ton of rewiring, cleaning up under the hood, and that's kind of what this video is going to be about. I do normally try to wait till I complete a project before I put a video out, but it's been a couple weeks, and I wanted to get something out to you guys to let you guys know I'm still working on the project here and keep you guys updated because I have done quite a bit of stuff under the hood here, and it's been a few weeks, so I thought it was a good time to put a video out. I have gone ahead and moved my MSD box, I've moved my starter relay, relocated the coil as well, and I even did some more wiring on my alternator to fix up that issue that you saw in the battery relocation video. So I'll go through all that stuff that I've done under the hood because I'm pretty happy with how everything is looking under here. It's looking really good. I got new wire looms on everything. I've got a new panel underneath the dash where I've relocated everything too, so I'll show you that as well. But first I'm going to give you a little tour of the engine bay and showing you the stuff I've done under here.
Looking pretty good under here, eh boys? So like I was saying, I built a panel for underneath the dash where I've moved a lot of these electrical components to. So I'll just kind of start back here, show you what I did. I used to have the coil here, and you can see now coil wires going through the firewall with a grommet. I also put another hole in the firewall with a grommet for most of that electrical stuff, for the relay stuff. I'll talk more about that on the other side. I do plan on moving that ground strap later on too. So coil's gone now in underneath the dash. Coming up to the alternator, I did actually rewire this alternator because a couple of you guys pointed out to me, if I wire it directly on the battery side of the kill switch, then the car will shut off when I hit the kill switch, which is something I needed to do when I did that battery relocation. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for helping me out with that. That was awesome. And I ran an 8-gauge wire back to a junction to a 6-gauge all the way back to the battery. I'll show you guys that in a second here. Coming around to the other side, so after I relocated the battery, I still did have the relay in the stock spot, which is like right down here. And I made up a bracket. I was really going to put it back here. It just looked really cluttered. So it ended up going onto the panel with the coil at the back. So relocating that starter relay was no problem. I had to open up my original wire looms and just kind of chase wires back. And then I showed you guys before the hole I drilled to feed it through and then put it on that panel back there. And then it was really just a matter of shortening some wires and making up a couple new ones. No big problem. I did have to make up a new one for my starter solenoid after I already made a new one from moving that battery location, but if you guys follow my videos, you know I do stuff twice a lot. And of course that MSD box is now on the panel underneath the dash as well. Got a couple holes there I'm going to fill later on. That's no big deal. I'll fill those up and then touch up some more paint there, but that's looking pretty clean now. That MSD too, if you guys are hesitant about it because it's a wiring job, MSD lays it out very easy for you. It was one of the first things I did on this car, wiring wise anyway, about 2 years after I had the car. And I do recommend it. It's the best solution for ignition for sure. And you get to get rid of your ballast resistor on your firewall. MSD recommends that you delete it. They don't like it. So it cleans up that firewall even more. So this engine bay is looking pretty good. I'm pretty stoked on it. I had to do a couple of touch-up paint jobs too. Back corners, had some rubbing, clean those up, even trim that hanger because it was hitting down here. Everything's looking pretty tight under here. Oh, one more little thing I'll show you guys here. I did add some heat protector to my wires. I don't know if you can see it down there. It just kind of looks like some foil. The little sleeve that goes on my starter wires just to keep them protected from the high heat from those headers. They obviously don't contact the header anywhere, but they run right through them. They got an inch or more around them, but the more protected I can keep those, the better they will be for sure. Check out this wire loom too. So much cleaner. And I just painted a couple of the clips because they were faded back to yellow or whatever, but re-loomed everything, gets it looking clean. We'll head underneath the dash now and I'll show you guys the new panel. Okay, so we'll just head underneath the dash here and there's our new panel. It's sitting where the heater box used to sit, and I used the bolt holes through the firewall that used to bolt the blower motor in there for the heater. Just mounted it all onto a piece of 1/8 aluminum, had my buddy Water cut it for me, and then just spray bombed her black. And you can see we got our MSD digital 6AL box there. We got our coil and starter relay. And there is that's the alternator power source there. That's 6-gauge wire going back to the battery, and that 8 gauge up to the alternator. And you can see I have added a 2-step box as well. I'll show you guys that MSD wiring real quick too. A couple guys have asked about it. Don't worry about these guys here, they're for the 2-step. But here you just have a ground cable. They ask for that to go to the battery or to the engine block. I put mine to the block because the battery is way at the back. Main power there. You have your 2 lines now for your distributor. If you use their distributor as well, it just plugs right in. Super simple. Gray ones goes to your tach, and then a second key on ignition. They ask this one to go to where your old coil wire used to run to. So, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and then obviously new coil wires here. But they're super simple. I do recommend it. It's a great upgrade. Having a little wiring issue with that 2-step. I can't seem to quite get it to work quite right. So maybe if you guys have any experience with that, hit me up on the comments. Let me know. What's going on is I get the light to go on, but it's not engaging the RPM limit. So if you have any insight on that, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Everything else is working and functional. We're back completely up and running again. Once I get that 2-step working, I'll be pretty stoked on this whole thing, and then I can start getting the interior back in it. But that is that panel there. You can see our starter relay, coil. There it's going through the firewall. And I still got to secure some wiring as well, but getting closer and closer all the time. And this is our new steering wheel setup. So this here button is for that 2-step to engage it. Simple button, just got it off of Summit, of course, and then made my own custom little bracket to kind of hold it onto my stock wheel, and that way I didn't have to drill into the wheel itself. But big gauge button on the wheel. This thing's getting serious.
So that's kind of it for this video, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little update, let you guys check out what I've been working on. The next video will be getting this thing back out in the driveway, get it on that 2-step, get that thing working right. Not too sure what's going on there. I followed their wiring directions. It's pretty simple wiring. I'm gonna have to give them a call, or maybe somebody out there hit me up. Let me know if you guys have had any issues with those 2-step boxes before. But hopefully get that sorted out, get this thing outside again, and get it blapping away in the driveway there. Thanks again for watching the video, guys, and we'll see you real soon.